Hello, thank you for joining us on TVC News this hour. We begin with security matters, where 4 remaining siblings of late Nabeeha Al-Kadriyah has regained freedom. The sisters were abducted alongside their father early January, and the abductors had given a deadline for the payment of ransom, and failure of the family to meet their demand led to the killing of Nabeeha. And after killing the victim, the bandits raised the ransom from 60 million naira to 100 million naira, threatening to kill the remaining sisters. The girls had regained freedom and arrived their Abuja residence, where they were abducted. The FCT, in collaboration with the Nigerian army, rescued the sisters, escorted them home, and they were received by family members.
Surround me. Oh yeah. You people should surround me.
Still on security, the Nigerian Armed Forces is poised to always safeguard the territorial integrity of the country. This was the message from the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, at a ceremony organized by the Nigerian Air Force in Abuja. Sifone Sen has more details in this report.
The base social activities and age-long event of the Nigerian Air Force that affords troops the opportunity to bond and promote family values. It is meant to promote regimentation while celebrating the contributions of the officers and airmen in the defense of the country. The ceremony provides the opportunity to take stock of what was achieved in the previous year.
The Nigerian Armed Forces stand as a bulwark against threats to our security and sovereignty, ensuring that citizens can live in peace and prosperity. It is therefore pertinent to know that, as we are reminded of our cultural heritage through activities such as these, we shall also reflect on our challenges that we face.
Amid the festivities and the showcasing of the various cultures that abound in the base, the ceremony is a reminder of the sacrifices of troops on the front lines against threats to national security.
We must also take a moment to remember our colleagues at the front lines who may not have had the opportunity to be part of such activities. We must therefore use events of this nature to celebrate them and, most importantly, appreciate their sacrifices to our fatherland.
From the east to their present land.
Beyond the celebration, the officers and airmen are happy to be alive against all odds. Sifon Asian, TVC News, Abuja.
And still talking security, one child has now been confirmed dead, while at least 9 others are still at the Ahmadu Bello Teaching Hospital in Sheikh Zaria, following the explosion of an object in Kindada Village, Giwa, local government area of Kaduna State. The incident occurred on Saturday when it was reported that the children were playing with the said object, which they found in a nearby bush when they went to fetch firewood. And residents suspect the object to be an explosive. Confirming the incident, the spokesperson of the Kaduna Police Command, Mansour Hassan, explained that the object detonated, causing severe injuries to the victims. Operatives of the explosive ordnance disposal squad of the police on Saturday deployed to the scene to ascertain the cause of the explosion. And in other news, the Ijaw National Congress is warning against the sale of onshore oil facilities by international oil companies without proper cleanup of the environment polluted by their activities across the Niger Delta region. Joseph Kunde has more details in this.
The latest move by petroleum giant Shell Energy to divest its onshore assets in Nigeria to a local consortium in a $2.4 billion proposed sale has not gone unnoticed by industry players and leaders in the oil-rich Niger Delta region. This forms the major theme of the one-day meeting of the Ijaw National Congress and the Ijaw Youth Council held at the INC headquarters in Yanagwa. The issue of environmental pollution, remediation, and infrastructural development are raised at the occasion.
International oil companies, the IOC, are divesting their assets around Ijaw land with local consortiums buying off shares. The new investors should relocate their headquarters to regional territories where they have their prayer facilities. However, we call on the IOCs to embark on a cleanup of the environment before allowed to pull out.
The body is, however, resolved to ensure the security, progress, and development of the region through partnership with other ethnic nationalities.
We reject the deliberate balkanization of regional territories into minorities to deny us the social, economic, and political advantages that are associated with majority status. We will strengthen collaborations and consultations towards our internal security as Ijaw people. We will also work with other ethnic nationalities that share similar aspirations with the Ijaw nation to forge a formidable front to achieve common goals.
The INC also expressed its displeasure over the poor state of the East-West Road as well as non-functional ports in the Niger Delta region. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yenagoa.
Meanwhile, the president of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has said the enhancement of engineering education is key to the growth and development of the country. Mr. Akpabio disclosed this while delivering a keynote address at the University Chair Margaret Oguntala as the 34th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers at the International Conference Center in Abuja. Represented by the Deputy President of the Senate, Barrow Jibrin, Akpabio said that this could be achieved through partnerships with educational institutions, industry leaders, and professional organizations, stressing that it is not the duty of the government alone, but involves all stakeholders in the industry. And we turn our attention to Osun State, where the former governor, Rauf Aregbesola, has called on Nigerians to be steadfast in the face of the current economic hardship in the country. He was speaking in Osogbo at a program organized by the Osun Economic Team to empower artisans and business owners. Our correspondent, Rafiu Ahmed, has more details in this report.
Ajegunle spare part markets and Ulode market in Osogbo have been major contributors to the economy of Osun State for years. However, both markets exist without solar lights until recently, when the markets are now lit, courtesy of the Osun Economic Team.
I think this has a significant impact in our market due to how all inside the market they black at night.
So nobody will expect only government to do something. If somebody that is not in government and did a kind of this job, I think it's a very, very good thing. All our community in Ajegunle market appreciate it.
The Osun Economic Team also empowers petty traders and artisans to the tune of 48 million naira as interest-free loan through their various cooperatives and associations.
Ajegunle cooperative is going to get 10 million naira. Oluwade is going to get 10. They've already got 10 million naira. Ojaba is going to get an additional 5 million naira. The hairdressers will get 7.5 million naira. And the Okada riders are going to get 7.5 million naira.
We can't just be waiting out there expecting the government to deliver all it could. If you look at all the developed countries in the world, the private sector plays a role. So what we're trying to do, number one, is eradicate poverty, or as much as possible, partner with the government to alleviate poverty within our society.
Former Governor Rauf Aregbesola says democracy remains the best system of government that can bring about needed development, urging well-meaning individuals to support the present administration.
I would like to admonish us all to keep our hope alive. Things are very tough now, making many to have doubts on democracy. Whatever mistake we make in democracy will also be corrected through democracy. In the end, we shall triumph, and we have cause for gladness and rejoicing.
Checks were presented to the beneficiaries of the interest-free loan. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News.